What's going on, YouTube? I am back again with a brand new video. Um, I'm so excited to be doing another video. Um, of course, it's another topic. It's time to jump back in. Get back on these topics. By the way, since I'm starting off this video, I'm gonna start by saying that I am planning on doing more album review videos. I have not decided on what new albums that I want to do next. I haven't found anything interesting that I wanted to do. Like, I wish I would have done like Nicki's Queen album. I wish I would have done that. I was very busy around that time, so I didn't have I couldn't find the time to do that. Um, I wish I could have done a few more albums, but sometimes I've even recorded something and never like put it out because I felt like it wouldn't do well, or I felt like it just wasn't the right time. Like, I even pushed off Nicki's Queen, Justin Timberlake's what's the name of that recent album that Justin Timberlake put out? Um, it came out like last June, though. Last May or June, it came out. Like, I put off Migos Culture 2. Like, I literally recorded and like reviewed those, and I was like, no, it's just not right. It's not the way how I want it to be. So I was just like, never mind. I'm planning on doing more of those. I also have a few more things that I already want to talk about coming very soon. I will put out that content when I feel like when it's the right time. However, today's topic is very, very different. If you guys have been following me for a while, like, I've really been doing this YouTube thing for a little minute now. I started in 2012, and I basically started out when I was basically in 10th grade. And I just felt like my opinion matters, so why not put it out? As you know, when I first started having my first jobs, I did state that I was a valet attendant here in Memphis, Tennessee. Let's talk about it. Because guess what? I don't do that anymore. That's if y'all have been listening closely. I don't too much tell my business. Like, I don't tell things I don't need to tell. As far as like things that are that personal, like some things you just don't let everybody know. You can't let everybody know all your steps and moves, but I want to tell my experience. Like, I need y'all to know what did I go through. Should I even say? Let's just say, I worked at a hospital, and I did valet. I did that for almost 3 years. Did I get paid the way how I wanted to? Absolutely not. I mean, I felt like I deserved more because I did a lot and I worked so hard. This year, if I would have stayed until August, that would have made it 3 years. But I've tried to get away from there, and I did what I had to do. My experience when I first started valet, I was still at home. I was still at home with my father at the moment, and I was happy. I was like, you know what, it was an idea. My brother had did the job. My oldest brother had did the job, and I was like, I can't find any other job. Let me try this one. Any job that I ever tried to do, I was just like, I got to put my all into it. Like, I was like, I got to be making this money. Like I said, I'm still at home. I can like spend this money lavishly. I mean, but that didn't last long because shortly after I got the job, I moved into my own place. Grateful for, You know, I'm happy. I'm completely satisfied, and there's nothing wrong with that. And you know, that job cultivated what I have going on now. You know, I can't beat that. You know, I can't beat that at all. And when I first started, I felt great. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm making the money and stuff. Because at first I saved up a whole lot of money, and then when I saved up a whole lot of money, and you know, got a new phone, got a new apartment, got a, it stamped what I have going on now. But it also stamped of living check by check. You know what I mean? Like it was almost like, um, okay, yeah, I'm making the money, but it's like I only have money to buy groceries. I only have money to pay bills. I only have money. I only have very little to pay on myself. So I'm like, here I am, graduated high school. Here I am, graduated with a certification. But I'm not. It's not my dream job. And it's like when I got out of high school, I didn't even know exactly what did I really, 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 really want to do. I had an idea of what I wanted to do, but I wanted it to have something to do with entertainment. Like this to me, this YouTube thing is entertainment. Like I would like to do things like take things like this onto real live entertainment. I think entertainment for me, or anything that has anything to do with media or anything like that's where I supposed to be. But I don't want to get off topic. When I first started the job, I did not make a lot, but I made it work because I made a lot of tips also. So tips really, really helped. And tips was more like gas money, groceries. It was all of that. And I first started, it was hot. Ooh, it was so hot outside. Anybody that knows me know I cannot stand the heat. Good for you. And then you see how this is Aquafina? Now this is all right, but my whole thing is when I went to Walmart yesterday and they didn't have Dasani, I had an issue with that. It's like, how do you not have Dasani, but you have everyone? I was like, I should have went to the Walmart that I normally go to, but when they had this one, I was like, first of all, how do you not have Dasani? Talking about, oh well, we haven't had that in a long time. Stop lying to me. You just don't want to look for it. Don't be playing dumb. Anyway, so yeah, it was very hot when I started, and it was an experience. I think I was about 19. Well, I was 19 when I started that job, right? No, I had to be. No, I definitely was 20. I was 20 years old, young too. Sometimes I forget I'm young, but I was 20 years old when I started the job. It was hot. I was like, oh yeah, I can make this work. This job is easy. I was on time every day. I always believed in getting to work on time. Some days I'll be kind of like running a couple minutes off, something like that. Trying to get up and get ready and stuff like that. But I definitely was like the ringleader. Like I was underrated, but I definitely was like the ringleader of like always being there, always going the extra mile, always doing this, serving excellent customer service. But as time went on, like the job was starting to get on my nerves. It was starting to get on my nerves because the management was awful, and the management was just so stupid. Like I don't think he understood how important this was to me. I guess because he was just, now I think that my manager was a good person, but I also think that he was so dumb. God, he was so dumb. He was very naive. He was very stupid. And just like, I felt like there was a lot of things behind the scenes that was going on too. But I'm going to be the one to talk about it today because I I couldn't let this one slide. You know, sometimes you got to say what's on your mind about this. Mm-mm. I had to be the one to break the ice. Mm-mm. I had to be the one to break the ice because nobody wasn't going to do what I was going to do. Hell, I was still recording videos then and stating that how I feel. See, that's the difference between me and other people. Like, I'll stay quiet for a while, but when enough is enough, enough is enough. Enough is enough, and that's what I'm trying to do today. We need to break that, and it was definitely coming. This was definitely planned, and I was just waiting for the right time to say that. With all due respect, I love my new job. You know, it's great. Wonderful opportunities, and my eye keeps jumping. I don't know why. And y'all, I just woke up from a nap too, so if my eyes look a little pudgy, yeah, I meant to record this before I took a nap, but I mean, that's just not how things go. I mean, I definitely needed it. So, as time and time went on, it became a money issue. The manager and the supervisor always, and I feel like my supervisor was a crook too. They used to always be like, "Oh yeah, we're short. Oh yeah, we're short. Oh yeah, we're short by money. We're short $20. Oh, we're short $40." And I'm just like, first of all, what that's supposed to mean? Because I haven't took any money, and excuse me, I'm not a thief. So why are you coming to me about it? Why? It's no way that every time at the end of the day that we always end up short, and you coming to me like I got something to do with it. Well, we don't know who took it. We don't know it. And then I guess they'll try to do things if they end up quote unquote short. They'll do something to make it right before the end of the day of the deposit. So what I started doing was I was like, okay, well, maybe if I could help out as far as while we're out there collecting the money, let me start making sure the money is right. You thought that lasts long? I started doing that. He even started cracking down on me, like start talking to me crazy. And I'm just like, oh, okay. And you know what the sad part? I started looking for jobs then. I said right then, I said, yep. This not for me. It's not. This is not gonna work. You know. Now you start talking to me crazy because even after I've been helping you, you still listen to your supervisor, and he was the main thief. Yeah, the supervisor was. The supervisor was doing things. If y'all don't see my head for a minute, just hold on. But yeah, the supervisor was doing things that was crooked, and he didn't want to admit it, which makes me think that he was in the manager was the manager was doing things that was crooked too. Because if you know he a crook and you know he has a background of stealing, then again he probably don't know that. Why would you bring him from another hospital where they don't deal with money to a hospital that has something to do with money? Now, you can't tell me you didn't see some type of background. And those two were so stupid. You would think in 2018, 2016, 2017, 2018, and 2019 that they would realize that everything what the hell they doing is stupid, and it's just so crazy. And you'll probably think, Justin, how did you deal with that for so long? You want to know why I dealt with it for so long? Is because my tongue is blue. I had a slushy earlier. And you want to know, Justin, how did you deal with that so long? You know, you had to do what you had to do to get that bag. I had to do what I had to do to buy them groceries, to keep these lights on, to keep get the food in this house. I had to do what I had to do until I found something new. I could have easily stopped working, but hell, I was still on my own. I mean, I couldn't just stop working just because they was getting on my nerves. It's been many days I wanted to walk out and say, you know what? It's over with. Like, it's a money issue. Then you talking to me crazy. And you know, the more and more he started talking to me crazy just because I didn't know what happened with the money or why we not end up short, the more and more I started being negative. So the more and more I started, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't care about the job. Like, I still did my job, but I just was I don't give a I was just in a I don't give a fuck type of mood. Like, I was just like, fuck this. Like, I don't care about these customers. If somebody pull up that I know, I treat them decent. Regular customer pull up, I just was dull. Like, it just came to a point where I didn't care, and I knew then it was time for me to go. As soon as I had the opportunity to get up out of there, I still didn't fully leave. I still hung in there for a while. Things started even getting more rocky towards the end. Like, anytime I would come around, he wouldn't hardly say nothing if it was just me and him. And when it was time for me to go, he was talking about some, oh yeah, well, I need your uniforms. No, you're not getting anything back because what he tried to do, he tried to fire me before it was my 2 weeks up because my name was not on the schedule. Don't get me wrong, I was late a couple times. Oh gosh, I got a bump right here and it hurts. Don't get me wrong, I was late a couple times, but he tried to use that as an excuse to try to get rid of me. I was like, you can't try to get back at me when you really the one doing something wrong. So I was like, oh, you got something for that. Oh, so you trying to get rid of me before it's time. Okay, well, I got something for you. Okay, let's not give your uniforms back. Since you want to sit up here and try to get back at me, oh no, it don't work that way. I just couldn't let him think what he did was right, so I had to get back at him some kind of way. You're not getting these keys to this podium back, and you're definitely not. Excuse me. You're definitely not getting these uniforms back. No. As soon as I took the opportunity, I left, and I ain't got a good job too. I was referred to by 2 friends with this job, and I'm satisfied. However, so since that's enough, we got we got that out the way with the supervisor and the manager. Let's talk about the whole experience. It definitely was a experience being there. It definitely can be a stepping stone because it's at a hospital. You have other opportunities there you could apply to. I could have did anything, but I could have been at some other job and some other doing other things, but it just didn't work that way. You know, God always has a purpose, you know, for you, and if things don't work out that way, nothing's gonna go that way. There was definitely connection. Sometimes I think Yo Gotti Mama came up there one time. I think I drove her truck, and that was when I first started. I think she drove the car, and somebody, you know, this Yo Gotti Mama. I'm like, Sometimes I would, sometimes like on the job, sometimes we would, sometimes people would bring us food. But you know what? In the beginning, people would bring us food. Like, people didn't do that. Like towards my end of being there, they didn't do us. They didn't bring us food like that anymore. Like, they would bring like donuts, Chick-fil-A. They still did that towards the end, donuts, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's. Sometimes people give you a $5 tip, $10 tip, $16, $20. Like, I had some good moments. And then I had some bad moments. Like, it wasn't a bad moment, but it was just like a what the fuck type of moment. Like, but I had some good experiences, especially when it was me up there with like my people that I was close to. I had some good time. Like, it's some good memories that came from that job. People that I got to know as far as security inside the hospital. I mean, that place is. I met a lot of people there that I still kind of see or talk to. Well, kind of. I mean, honestly, the people that I talk to now, I've been talking to a long time. But I mean, I think I've gained something there. Also, it was a life experience. It taught me how to deal with people, how to talk to people, how to how to. It definitely was a yeah. Now that I think back on it, and I thought about all this before I started working, I was like, I said, I know I'm gonna miss some parts of it. I said, but it's not worth the bull that comes behind it. Like money wise, no. Like I said, I'm gonna miss it, but I'm glad I don't work there anymore because it's back hot now. It's June 1st. I know it's hot out there. It's humid in the morning. I don't have to deal with that. I don't have to stand out there. I don't have to walk back and forth to go get a car. And let's talk about the cars. I remember I rode that in the beginning when I first started that Tesla. Oh my goodness. I'm very good at electronics and stuff like that. So I caught on quick how to ride it. Oh, you had the Teslas, the Porsches, the I mean, just it was awesome. And of course, then they had a cafeteria there. Then they had a gift shop. Then they had a Starbucks. And me and my coworker, we would go in there every morning. Like it would be just us two in the morning, and we would just like before I even open up, I would go in there and give me something to eat, and then you know what? I'm not gonna keep y'all too long, but it would be some people already be out there early in the morning. I'm like, what do you want? We're not even open. I was here around 5 o'clock, girl. Girl, we don't open till 6:45 in the morning. But it was an experience. I missed some parts of it, but I wouldn't go back. Mm-mm. Management wise, I wouldn't. Mm-mm. Not unless I'm gonna be a supervisor. But no, fuck that because it's too hot. I don't want to. I don't want to be back and forth out in the heat. Don't. It's some days it rains. Some days it was so cold and like I don't have to deal with that anymore. Like it was time for me to go because I started getting to a point where I didn't want to be bothered. I didn't want to do it anymore, and it was my time was up. My time was up, and I stuck with it for a long time, and it definitely it was good to these bills. I'm not behind on anything. I'm not. I'm set. I have a way back and forth to work. I'm besides the whole court situation with the whole scam, the Indeed scam thing. That's the only thing that I'm dealing with, but it's not a major issue. I have enough to take care of everything, so that's the only thing that matters. But y'all, that's my experience. I was so glad to share that with y'all today. I wanted y'all to hear about that. I just felt like, I can't go into every little detail. Shout out to the people that I've met. I'm so glad that I've met y'all. Sometimes a lot of things didn't work out the way it was. I didn't get along with everybody, which I never really do because the way how my mindset is set up, like I just don't get along with everybody because I'm not. I'm just the type I don't deal with everybody bull, and so of course and sometimes I may was a little dramatic, but I mean we live and we learn, and that's the only thing. What was that making that noise outside? That's the only thing that matters. Like I ran my course, and I think I did what I had to do. I did what I had to do to get to you have to start from somewhere and just go up. Maybe it wasn't meant for me to go up in that hospital. I had other opportunities, and y'all, I know I'm gaining a little weight. Cause this anger right here makes me look big in my face. Like, ooh, yeah, I'm not out walking every day like I used to. So of course I'm gonna gain a little pound. I'm gaining a few pounds, but yeah, but yeah. Thank y'all so much for watching. I feel like the 20 to 25 minutes was definitely worth the time. I just wanted to go and share my experience. I felt like it was very much needed. Um, Thank you guys so much for watching. And stay tuned for my next video. Subscribe. New content is on the way. More album reviews and more opinions and more titles coming on the way. And thank you guys so much for watching.